Edgar Lungu has explained how he has made money. He doesn't hide. It's very clear, but you don't want to hear it. You don't want to hear the explanation of Edgar Lungu. You don't want to hear it because you want to find him a thief, because you are falling in the trap or in the propaganda of Hakainde Hichilema and these people. You are consuming the propaganda of the UPND like pills. That's why you don't want to hear it. Otherwise, if you have cared to listen to what Edgar Lungu has been saying, you cannot accuse Edgar Lungu of having had stolen or grabbing properties from his wife and his children. You cannot. Edgar Lungu has been very clear. He has been very clear. Where I'm coming from, I had properties, and truthfully so, he had properties where he was coming from. Edgar Lungu Tayali Nchushi, the way he has been portrayed in the media, where he's portrayed like he was a pauper. Edgar Lungu was not a pauper. Edgar Lungu had properties before he became president, before he became a member of parliament. That is where we are coming from. And of course, he made money, for goodness sake. As a politician, you make money. Even me. I mean, I'm telling you, myself, here I am. My expense here is far much more than most of you. Far much more than most of you. And where am I making the money? I'm making the money out of politics. This is just what it is. This is just what it is. In politics, people, those who support you, they give you the support. They give you the money. Yes, I'm saying I don't have money. Yes, I don't have money to share. But hey, hello, as much as I don't have money to share, I've got children going to school. And me, I don't have. For example, I have my children at universities. My children are not on government sponsorship. They are not. My daughter is finishing civil engineering. My daughter is finishing civil engineering this year. She's finishing civil engineering this year. I've never gotten money from government. I have been paying for her. I have been paying self-sponsored. I've been paying self-sponsored. I've managed. And my other children, even my Kia, even as we are talking, my Kia is at an international school. Wherever she is, she's at an international school. We are paying. How am I managing to pay? It is politics. If you ask me, show us where you're getting the money for you to pay your children. Hey, whatever. I can't do it. I can't do it. Because some of these people that give me the money, I mean, I can't say, oh, you have given me, can you sign here that you have given me? I can't do that. I can't do that. So even in my small corner where I am, in my small corner, I've been flying around from one country to the other, one country to the other, one city to the other. I've been flying around. How do you know how much money I've spent on air tickets and whatever? It's so much. To live in a foreign country is very expensive. I'm spending so much money in a month. How am I surviving? I'm giving you an example. Me as a Mshani Nawali that you call, because you call me, Mshani Nawali, hey, you live on handouts. Okay, fine. I live on those handouts. But certainly, on those handouts that you talk about, I'm able to do this. I'm able to fly. And when I fly, sometimes I even fly first class. Not that I buy the tickets. I can never buy a ticket for myself, so first class, I can never do. But, you know, when it's other people buying the tickets, when they buy you a ticket first class, I mean, you fly. Me as a Mshani Nawali, I'm able to live that life. I'm able to live that life. What about people that have got influence like Edgar Lungu? What about them? I'm not even so old in politics. I'm not. But when Edgar Lungu, these are These people have been in politics for a long time. So why do we want to pretend now in a Panondi? Are you going to accuse me to say you are a thief? You know, some of you know the life that I was living in Zambia was not a cheap life. I was driving a good car. I was living in a good home. I lived very well. I even went and did a powerful wedding in a foreign country. I looked after my wife. So, my politics, you get people that support you. You get people that help you. FYI, my politics. But it is difficult for you to account. So, really, when you talk about it, to say, no, hey, where is your whatever? Where are your receipts? No, you're not being realistic. You're not being realistic. I've given myself, me, the one you call a Mushani Nawadi. The one you call a Mushani Nawadi. What about these others? So Edgar Lungu has been in politics much, much longer than myself. And if I'm living the life that I'm living, what about Edgar Lungu? From there, Edgar Lungu became an MP. And did not just become an MP, he became a minister. And let us not pretend. Let us not pretend. Even those ministers who are there, you think they can account for the money that they spend? They can't. In the constituencies, how much money are they giving? Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Atenanu. Andaleki. Go at Andaleki's page. Yeah? Go at Andaleki's page. Go at Andaleki's page. I know Andaleki myself. I know Andaleki. I know where he's coming from. I know where he's coming from. But today, go on his Facebook page. Hamasaka. Those people, Hamasaka could not rent a house. Could not rent a one-room house. Hamasaka could not rent a one-room house. Go and see what Hamasaka is doing. And many others. I don't want to go into those details. Many others, you know them. At Douglas Yakalima. They were there. Of course, he was an MP, whatever. But now go and see. Go and see how they are living. It's not that I'm not saying that no, but I'm just telling you that these positions, they give you privileges. They give you privileges. You get, you make money. That's why the salary of a minister, even as an MP, if you look at the money that they get, it's not much. But why is it that people spend so much money, so many millions to become an MP? Why? Why? How much do MPs make? If you look at it, the money that they spend to campaign for them to become an MP, do you think they get that money out of what they get paid? No. They get privileges as members of parliament. From there, when you become a minister, even more. That is why you are seeing Avena Kampiongo, having properties here and there. That's why you are seeing Avena Bowman having properties here and there. It is those positions. Those positions come with benefits. It is not so much the money that you get from government. It is about the privileges that you get, the benefits that you get in being in that position. And I'm giving myself as an example. Most of you who are there, who are watching, you cannot even afford to buy a ticket from Lusaka to Ndola. You can't afford an air ticket. And yet me, even tonight, if I decide to go away, even me, if I decide to fly tonight, even now, if I decide to go away, to go anywhere for that matter, anywhere, I'll be able to get a ticket. I'll be able to get a ticket. And if I decide to go anywhere in the world, I'll be able to have accommodation. I'll be able to rent a house anywhere. If I decide, even here, if I decide to say I want a car, tomorrow I can get a car. That is politics. That is politics. Now me, your Mshani Nagwali, is able to live the life that I live. I'm not boasting and what, I'm telling you, that is just the reality of life. My politics. So what about these others now? So this guy that you are talking about now, hey, where did he get the money? Where did he get the money? I'm giving you now. Look, he was a minister. And at one point, he was a very powerful minister. At one point, Edgar Lungu was the most powerful person, even when Sata was alive. Because he was Secretary General, he was Minister of Justice, he was Minister of Defense. He was very powerful. Very powerful. And then later on, he became president. Even to Dende Mieva, Haka Inde Hichilema. And this, I'm saying this, even Haka Inde Hichilema. Haka Inde Hichilema has also benefited big time out of politics. He has benefited big time out of politics. You have Haka Inde Hichilema, your Haka Inde Hichilema cannot even declare his assets. If there is a Kawalala in politics, it's Haka Inde Hichilema. If you are going to say no by what he has, then he's a Kawalala. The biggest Kawalala then is Haka Inde Hichilema. Because according to your testimonies yourselves, Haka Inde Hichilema is the richest among the politicians. But tell me, show me the Amari receipts. Can your Haka Inde Hichilema bring receipts? Can your Haka Inde Hichilema bring receipts? Can your Haka Inde Hichilema show us the taxes that he has paid? You boast Haka Inde Hichilema is rich, is rich. Can Haka Inde Hichilema bring the receipts? Can Haka Inde Hichilema justify his wealth? Why is he struggling to declare his assets? Why is he scared, your Haka Inde Hichilema, before you open your mouth to say, no, let him prove, hey, the burden of proof? I'm asking you, your Haka Inde Hichilema, can he prove the wealth that he has? Can he prove even that house that he's living in? Can he prove it? Can your Haka Inde Hichilema prove where he got his wealth? How many times was Haka Inde Hichilema this question put before him on camera, locally and internationally, asked, how did you get rich? Has he explained? Has he explained? But your Edgar Lungu has been very clear. He has been saying it. Even when I was president, people used to give money. They give money. And this happens to all presidents, including in America. Including in America, they are giving. Kamala Harris, she's contesting for vice president. She doesn't have money. It is people that are giving Kamala Harris money. We had it during the time of Chiruba. The Zamtrup account that Mtemochito was talking about came as a result of people giving him money. And what Chiruba did, he opened an account outside the Katushinga Nikulanda Noko. He opened an account called Zamtrup account. So all those who are Impero Mutulu, he was throwing it in Zamtrup. And he died fighting to say, that is my money. He died fighting, that is my money. The Zamtrup account, he died fighting, that is my money, that is my money. People are giving me. Mwanawasa, same thing. We had the same story about Mwanawasa. Then came Arabi. We had the same story on Arabi. And Edgar Lungu has been very clear. Tell me if you haven't heard Edgar Lungu telling you to say, people used to give me gifts. Monetary, they used to give me. This one will send you up to me now $1 million. Shan. And he has said, it is out of that money. Edgar Lungu has been very clear. It is out of that money that I used to help churches, that I used to help the vulnerables. And it is out of that money that I used to empower my children. It is out of that money that I used to empower my wife. So what more do you want? What more do you want for you to be making? Hey, talk about the 15 flats. Talk about the 15 flats. Because you can't think beyond. You just want to label this man is corrupt. But it's Izaka in the Hichilema, playing with your minds. Izaka in the Hichilema, diverting your attention from the real issues that you're supposed to be talking about. He wants you to heap the blame on this person. Yes, thank you, Mary, Mupundu Trust. And it is there. It is there, Mupundu Trust. You go to, I think it's Leopard Hill Road. It's there. I don't know how many flats there are there. And even herself, Batandiwe, she was harassed over that issue. But at the end of the day, she won the case where there was justice. Because at that time, yes, they harassed Arabi, but PF, they harassed Arabi, but there was justice. This time, there is no justice. This time, justice in Yaka in the Hichilema. What Aka in the Hichilema wants is what should go. And I'm going to talk about that in a few minutes. So really, it is unfair and, naive. I'm trying to choose words. But otherwise, you are just being dumb and stupid. Sorry to say. You are just being dumb to be arguing that a person who was president for 7 years can fail to build flats for the house, for the wife, 15 flats. I mean, you are being dumb. I'm telling you, you are being dumb. Nothing, you are being dumb. You are being fed with this, propaganda, and you are swallowing it like pills. You can't, and this person has not hidden. Many times Edgar Lungu has said this. And we know many chiefs benefited out of the gifts that Edgar Lungu was being given. Many vulnerables benefited out of the gifts that people were giving to Edgar Lungu. But you are not able to see that with your Aka in the Hichilema. Because your Aka in the Hichilema is selfish. Your Aka in the Hichilema is selfish. But in past State House, from time immemorial, we used to have people, queuing up, vulnerables queuing up to get to share in this mutulo. To share in this mutulo, to get something out of this mutulo. But with your Aka in the Hichilema, all the money goes outside. All the money goes out. He doesn't even give anyone. He doesn't. But Edgar Lungu used to share. He used to share, and he has not hidden about it. He has not hidden, he has said it. So what nonsense are you talking about that Edgar Lungu is failing to justify how he built those whatever? Even vehicles. You talk about vehicles. Hey, but Dariso, he was giving Dariso. He was never giving Dariso vehicles as birthday gifts. No. He was empowering his son. His son. He was empowering his son. He made Dariso start a company. You are my son, start a company, a family business. And he used to invest in that. And some of the things that he was having, he was investing in that company. Now you are making it look like, no, he stole. And my issue is, if he stole, why don't you start by showing us to say, this is the money that is missing from the treasury. Can Edgar Lungu account? Talk about the money that is missing from our treasuries. Can Edgar Lungu account for that money? Where is this money? And then you can start pointing at, these are, otherwise, niva nani, who can, say really this? It is difficulty. And it starts with your Aka in the Hichilema. Your Aka in the Hichilema is if you are saying Edgar Lungu is a thief, your Hakainde Hichilema is #1 Kabwalala. Hakainde Hichilema is #1 Kabwalala because he's the one who has got so much wealth and now is even getting more. He's even getting more. But he can't justify. He can't. He ran a campaign 5 times. You know how much Hakainde Hichilema was spending on every campaign. Every campaign that UPND ran, they never spent less than $30 million. Every campaign, but he ran it for 5 times. Where do you think all that money was coming from? Can Hakainde Hichilema account? Can he account? He has been failing to account just that Chichi house where he lives, so-called community house. Just that house that he lives in. He cannot. That house he lives in, kwati mwakusungira maule, kwati nchi brothel. That house, he can't account for it. Chibrothel chakwechila, he can't account for it. He can't. He can't account for it. And you don't even know how much is in that house. You don't even know how much is in that house. If you were to rent that house, you will be shocked how much money you would find in that brothel. You will be shocked how much money you would find in that house. That's why he doesn't want to move, because that's why he doesn't want to move. He can't move. He can't move. That's why he can't move. He stays there. He can't account for that thing of his. He can't. And you are busy jumping around. Yeah, 15 houses. Yeah, 15 houses. Yeah, 15 houses. You are failing to look at the real issues. Hakainde Hichilema is stealing before you. Is stealing. Na muikala. Hakainde Hichilema sold. Got money, sold a farm to government. Farm yawe there Zambif. That money, a farm which was worth not more than 5 million, they sold it at $13 million. A farm which was worth not more than 5 million, they went and sold it at $13 million. Valia, 8 million, Valia. Are you talking about it? Do you know how much what you can do with the $8 million? Convert that in kwacha. How much is that? Convert that in kwacha. How much that 8 million? Convert it in kwacha and compare it to the flats that you are talking about. The big stealing is happening with Hakainde Hichilema and is woodwinking you. You are looking at Murero show. Muri busy muri efupa. The meat is this side. In one deal, Ukushtisha farm here Zambif. Zambif is going down. Bamona Archie company Chichilewa. We are not making money. What do? Let's sell it to government. They sell it to government. A farm which is worth 5 million, they sold it at 13 million. They got $8 million. $8 million. Calculate how much is $8 million. Calculate how many flats you can build in $8 million. Calculate. Are you talking about it? Are you talking about it? What are you saying about that farm, Yazambif? What are you saying? From there, you have that dual carriageway. 25 years, they will be collecting money. What are you saying about it? 25 years. Amatogets bari pela. Amatogets yota wakulile. Satewa shile atampa matogets yali. Akula, we are making money. We have been making money. We have been making a lot of money out of those targets. Hakainde Hichilema has gotten that. Are you talking about it? And you are busy talking about Utuma 15 flats. Hey, 15 flats, 15 flats. Just what they are making in 1 month, they can build 100 flats. Just what they are making out of that road, 100 flats, they can make it. They have gotten. And they will be getting money for 25 years. talking 15 plus 15 plus 15. Mopani oko. Mopani. They have sold Mopani. They have sold Mopani. They have just gotten it. How much have they paid? No, they are going to inject 1.5 billion. What nonsense is that? How can you say they are going to invest 1.5 billion in a mine over the period of 5 years? How? Who does that? Who sell a property like that? No, get my phone. Get my phone at 600 kwacha, and you pay it over 5 months, over 6 months. Who does that? And these are your assets. Are you talking about that? Can you talk about the corruption that is surrounding that Mopani? Can you compare it with the Tumalitu properties that Edgar Lungu and his family have? You are not looking at that. You are not. KCM, they are cheating. Hey, we have opened KCM. He even goes to hand it over. Handing it over to who? Handing it over to who? How much was he paid? That Vedanta hasn't have money. That thing, I'm telling you, I've been talking about it. That thing will crumble very soon. It is not going anywhere. Mopani is stuck. As I'm talking, Mopani is stuck because there is no money there. Even that KCM, it is stuck. They don't have money. Vedanta doesn't have money. Very soon you will hear Haka in the Hichilema taking over KCM. Very soon you will hear Haka in the Hichilema and his friends taking over that thing. This is the real corruption that I wish you Zambians would be looking at. Because these are your properties. These are your properties that which will outlive us. Which will outlive us. We will die, we will leave these properties. Wakaunda and his colleagues, they found those mines, they have gone, and we are remaining with them. Even this generation, because our minds, they still have life in them. They still have life in them. But Haka in the Hichilema is getting these things. We are remaining with nothing. And you are busy talking about 15 flats. This is how they are hoodwinking you. This is how they are drawing your attention away from the real issues. You have even forgotten about your electricity. You have even forgotten about your electricity. Because you have gotten used. And this is one thing about Zambians. We get comfortable. We get used. You have already gotten used. You think it's normal. If you have you have gotten used. And yet Haka in the Hichilema is making money, is selling electricity. He's selling electricity, but he's busy. Hey, Bar Edgar LUNGU. Hey, 15 flats. Hey, okay, where did they get the money? Do you know how much money Haka in the Hichilema is making out of selling your electricity? Do you know? And you are struggling. This is how myopic we can be as Zambians. This is how basic we can be as Zambians. This is the time we're supposed to be planting, we're supposed to be preparing for planting. Who is talking about fertilizer? Who is talking about farming inputs? Who is talking about that? Who is talking about it? No, you are not. You are not. You are busy. Hey, Bar Edgar LUNGU. Hey, Tasira LUNGU. Hey, Edgar LUNGU. The real issues that you're supposed to be looking at, you have been drawn away. Because that is what Haka in the Hichilema, that is what the consultants of Edgar LUNGU of Haka in the Hichilema have done. They are good. They realized they were so much, you are giving them pressure. You were giving them pressure. Kumalaiti, umtengo wavungandi, whatever. Kwa savana na fi poisoni. So what are we going to do? Shift their attention. Edgar LUNGU and his family, Edgar LUNGU and his family, Edgar LUNGU and his family. Now there is even now propaganda against the judges. Propaganda has started against innocent judges. There is propaganda now against innocent. Read especially this Max Muwe. He is busy. I didn't know. Consultant wabo no. Verifying judges. Convicting judges on social media. They want you to believe that those judges have committed a crime. Those judges are criminals. Those judges are corrupt. What have they done? What have those 3 judges done? What have they done? This is about Edgar Lungu, barring Edgar Lungu. They don't want Edgar Lungu to stand. Hakainde Hichilema does not want Edgar Lungu to stand. But why doesn't he want Edgar Lungu to stand? He contested an election in 2021. Why not allow him to run again so that we have a rematch? Why not allow him to have a rematch? Let them contest. Why should Hakainde Hichilema be scared of Edgar Lungu? If at all, he won last elections by 1 million. He just won 1 million last Apapenap. He just won over 1 million. If indeed he won by over 1 million, why is he scared of Edgar Lungu? If he won by 1 million and he has performed as he's claiming, because he claims that he has performed, so why is he scared of Edgar Lungu? Why bar Edgar Lungu? He's barring Edgar Lungu because he knows he has failed. Because he knows even the 1 million, he didn't get that 1 million. That's why he doesn't want him. And to secure that, to make that collateral damage 3 judges. Collateral damage 3 judges, and there will be more. They had targeted 4 judges. They had targeted 4 judges. I don't want to expose the other one, because once I start talking about him, I mean, I will be exposing him. But they had targeted 4 judges to get them out. 3 are gone. And this other one, I can assure you, after Wapuisha Wabatatu, this other one will come up. And very soon, I'm saying this, once they are done with these 3 judges, there is another judge that is on the line. And at that point, I'll tell you to say, you see what I told you. I don't want to mention this judge because already when I mention him, I'll put him in a very difficult situation. It is about removing Edgar Lungu, and collateral damage is these judges. Those judges, there is nothing that they are doing at the JCC. There is nothing. It is just a plan. It is just a ploy to remove them. And the onus is on you judges. I've said it before. You judges, the judiciary. You, the judiciary, you are like a family. This is your profession. You go through a lot to become lawyers, to become magistrates, to become judges. You go through a lot. Don't allow politicians to come and mess you up. Don't allow politicians to come and mess you up. It doesn't matter which politician, even if it is me. Don't allow politicians to come and mess your profession up. Protect each other. Don't say, no, it is not me, it is this one, it is Protect each other. You protect yourself by fighting for others. I will repeat this, I said it, but I'm going to repeat it tonight. You protect yourself by fighting for others. Because when you fight for others, though your enemies will know that even if we touch this one, his friends will fight for him or her. But the problem, Twakwata, because me, I'm okay with these guys, politicians are not your friends. Don't cheat yourselves. Politicians are not your friends. You people in the line of professions, don't waste your time with politicians. You have much more than us. You have much more than us. We ascend to whatever power by, no Ubufi. Like Ubufi wako Hakainde Hichilema. Ubufi has earned Hakainde Hichilema to be where he is. Lies. Imwa, you cannot cheat. You cannot cheat to become a judge. You can't. You can't. How many times can you cheat in your exams to become a judge? You can't. But politicians, Omofifie, just a lie, a good lie. Somebody will become whatever it is. And then you want to be under these people and start rising against your fellow judges. I'm urging you, the judiciary, and this is not about Edgar Lungu. Me, I'm speaking for you because I know you'll be targeted. But unless you yourselves start standing up and defending yourselves, you will not be respected. You will not be respected. Look at South Africa. South Africa, the judiciary have stood to defend themselves. Look at South Africa is a good example. Look at Kenya. It's another example. In Kenya, I mean, we have the laws pretty much the same like what we have. But you won't see judges entertaining flimsy cases against fellow judges. You won't. You won't see that. They stand with each other. They usually have problems there, but they stand with each other. South Africa, the same thing. The same thing. But in Zambia, we are controlled by, politicians, where the Chief Justice is in the pocket of politicians. The entire Chief Justice, a very brilliant Chief Justice, by the way, Bamumba Marida is a brilliant lawyer, brilliant judge. But he has sold his professional soul to the politicians that he can't even defend his fellow judges. He can't. And we are so scared where even people make an application. Look how it took the judge in charge to allocate the case of those 3 judges. We knew about it. Me, I knew about it the day they filed it in. I knew. But I couldn't talk about it because, I didn't want to alarm the situation. But still the judge in charge was reluctant to allocate the matter. He was reluctant to allocate the matter because he wanted them to go to appear before JCC, and immediately they appear before JCC, a case is made, they recommend to the president, and they are fired. That is why there was hesitation. There was hesitation. The judges had filed. We want our case to be looked at. But the judge in charge was reluctant to allocate the matter so that the matter can start. Meanwhile, the Judicial Complaint Commission was pushing. No, you come, we hear you. You come, we hear you. So that they were just going to go there. A matter is heard within 30 minutes, a recommendation to HH. Judges are fired. That was the plan. Now, you are being hesitant to defend. I mean, it is their right. Ex parte, you know better than me. Me, I'm not educated like you people. You know better. Matters of agents, when they come before you, what I understand is that even at 02, a judge will sign an order. 02, you can go and knock on a judge. Judge, there is this, a matter of agency, a right of somebody is at stake. That is what I know with my basic knowledge, common knowledge. I know that a judge, at any time, you can go and knock on the door of a judge at 02, wake him up. A right of a citizen is at stake here, is in danger. Can you sign this order to stop the nonsense? And he's supposed to do it. That's what I know. But why did that why did that order stay that long? Because I think it was filed in Katrina de Thursday or Friday. But the case was only allocated the next week. Why? Why? Because you are scared. You are scared of politicians. You are scared of these liars. You are scared of Hichilema. Stand up. Be bold. Be bold. Stand up and be bold. Hichilema will continue eating you like chickens in a chicken run. Eh? Like a cat, the wild cat. when it enters a cat, when it enters a chicken run, it eats one chicken after the other, one chicken after the other. Unless you stand up, Hakainde Hichilema will be eating you. And you don't think you are safe because you don't know what case will come before you. You don't know the interest of Hakainde Hichilema tomorrow. You don't know. You'll be targeted. Stand up. Stand up, you judges. I don't need to tell you this. You are highly respectable people. Who am I? Who am I? Emshani Nawadi. A refugee. Who am I? But somebody has to tell you this. Somebody has to tell you this. You people who are watching, if you know one judge doesn't watch this, deliberately play my video when he's sitting somewhere. Let them hear these judges. I am not saying this for Edgar Lungu. I'm not interested in Edgar Lungu as a politician because politicians are politicians. Me, I'm interested because I know what it takes to be. Just to be a lawyer. Just to be a lawyer. We call ourselves public lawyers, public lawyers. We have failed. We have failed. Me, have failed to become a lawyer. Not that, well, I mean, I started it, but I failed. Not because of I didn't have the brains for it. I didn't have the money for it. I didn't have the money for it. I couldn't pay for it. I had to educate my children. And I looked at, I mean, I'm better off educating my children than myself. So it is not just about the brains, it is also about the money. How much does it cost for one to become a lawyer? And even when you become a lawyer, how much does it cost for you to be a senior lawyer? Even to be admitted to the bar, it's a big issue. How much is Ziali? How much is Ziali? A number of people have failed to go to Ziali. A number of people have failed to go to Ziali because they don't have the money. So it's not just about the money. It's not just about the brain. It is also about the money. Now you go through all that, and you become, you prove yourself. You become a judge. And you want a politician, because of his selfish ambition, because of his cowardice, scared of another politician. You want to be used. And you want to be part of a team that is going to throw your fellow judges on the streets. You want to be part of the team that is going to throw your fellow judges on the streets, ending their career. Because when you are a judge, you live as a judge. Where do you go? What do you do? What do you do? Where are you going to be employed? Where are you going to be employed as a judge? You end a life of a person, and at the end of the day, this person will just be sitting in a chair. That's it. That's it. As a judge, when you live as a judge, where do you get employed? Your life ends, your career ends there. And you want to be part of that. I'm pleading with you tonight. Not because of Edgar Lungu. No, not because of Edgar Lungu. I'm pleading with you because of your own selves. I am talking for you. It is not because of Annie Study. She's not my relative. I don't even know her. Mungeni, I don't even know her. Palan, I don't even know him. I don't know these people. All I know is that they are judges. And I know that these people, for them to reach where they are, it is not a simple thing. I know. But who is going to defend those? It's not me. Who is going to defend those people from Hakainde Hichilema? It's not me. It is you. And you're going to defend them not because they are just your fellow judges or they are your colleagues in the legal fraternity. No. You are defending them because they haven't done anything wrong. deserving them being thrown in the streets. You are serving justice. Don't follow Hakainde Hichilema. Hakainde Hichilema is not serving justice. Hakainde Hichilema is serving his interest. He's serving his interest as a politician. He wants to bounce back. Don't let Hakainde Hichilema use you to push his political ambitions at the expense of these people. That's my point. Don't let Hakainde Hichilema use you. Use your profession. Use your decorum to push his political agenda. Don't. If you allow Hakainde Hichilema to eat those judges, or any other judge for that matter, or even a magistrate, if you allow these politicians, the politicians are never satisfied. Another person will go. Another person will go. How are you going to protect the judiciary? There is nothing that those people have done. There is nothing wrong. How many times have they been heard? This is the 60th time, for goodness sake. 5 times. 5 times they have been appearing before that Judicial Complaint Commission. This is the 60th time. Honestly, how could somebody even entertain it? But they are entertaining it because they are being used by Hakainde Hichilema. I'm pleading with you, please. Don't allow politicians. It doesn't matter who it is. I'm emphasizing it is not because it's Hakainde Hichilema. It could be Edgar Lungu, it could be myself, it could be anyone. Don't allow politicians to, taint the good, profession that you have. Don't allow it. Defend yourselves. Defend justice for each other. That is my appeal this evening. For you citizens who are busy talking about Esther Lungu, hey, whatever. I'm telling you, you're just being naive. You're being naive. You are not looking at the bigger picture, because really, corruption, the real corruption, is happening with Hakainde Hichilema. It's happening with Hakainde Hichilema, and this is corruption that I can even prosecute even today. I can even prosecute even today. I don't need whatever. This is real corruption. Corruption, just the dual carriageway that you talk about, it is very clear. Just the dual carriageway, I can nail Hakainde Hichilema. Just the dual carriageway. Just the dual carriageway. How did they get the money from pensions? How did they get the money? Because we are talking about PPP, private and public coming together, and they are supposed to get money from somewhere else, but they come and get money from the government. Who sat to authorize them, to put money in there, to give money to these so-called private whatever? Who pushed for that? It is Hakainde Hichilema. Even Mamba Corridors, they got 400 million. That 400 million, how was it approved to give them 400 million? How was the buying of Zambi farm approved? Who approved it? Who did a due diligence? Even that building which they sold, the one that we're talking about, former MTN, who approved to buy that thing? Mopani, where is the money? Where did those people come from? These are real corruption, red-handed. Namenshialetona, very fresh. But with Edgar Lungu, talk about, do we have these kind of cases? Do we? Do we have these kind of cases when you talk about Edgar Lungu? But with HH, they are there, before your faces. And you're talking about, 15 million, 15 flats. I've just given you one example. Tell me how many flats you can build. Only $8 million here Palizam beef. Just one. How many can you build? Munjasuke. I'm opening phone lines. So that Munjasuke wino. Because you are busy. Hey, where did they get the money? A politician, a president, people would come to a president and offer him $10 million just like that. Politicians. That is a lot of money. You can do so much. You can give chiefs, you can give churches, you can give vulnerables, you can help your child. You can do that. You can do that. And you are busy talking, Wuchushi Mulelanda. You are being naive. You are being naive. You are not focusing on what you are supposed to be looking at. You are busy talking, pirikiti. Hakainde Hichilema is making money. Hakainde Hichilema is making money. Hakainde Hichilema is the one that is taking advantage of our country. Let Hakainde, why is Hakainde Hichilema? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, please.
Boss Tayali, bwana.
Bwana.
Nisape bwana bwana.
Ati bwana.
Hivi kivamene mukama. Watu wadi chape, akanisa chape bwana kuona kutaki kipendu vya stress. Edgar LUNGU akwelapo kambili pamedia. To say ine ni point ngirengo ni chape imozi. Imozi chape apointe monto say anapa ndrama kutokera ku sector ya so. Simple. Kulipa point until today. Ayona. That's why it's very difficult even him Hichilema to come in public to say Edgar LUNGU anapata so. Pasongo with corruption. Corruption just like that. You know, Edgar LUNGU achita zintu zambiri na mulungu waziva pamene tikamba even vapululu wa HH mayuku wa UPG vaona vinangu bintu this time they are doing better just because of President LUNGU, but I don't know why Zambians. So what we want apa muntu abwere pa radio apa live to say LUNGU anapa chaso kutoka ku sector yaso. We have seen we health this time in this new church doni yao. Ku health kuoneka clear kujanapa mkwala wa Zambia. We are even suffering ase. We enda ukliniki kulikonse mkwala kulipa mingwala wa shika kuja zinaonongeka of this time. That is a correct corruption. Yameoneka na menzi. Sikomo kwambiri boss.
Ziko. And exactly, he's right. You know, a number of times Edgar LUNGU has come out to say, Kai, show me where I stop. Show me where I stop. And you see, I mean, you keep pinning his family members. When the family members are saying, the one who gave us is here. Hey, you want to Esther to Esther and you know I'm paying P and you. Oh you, I'm paying P. Edgar LUNGU. Why don't you ask Edgar LUNGU? Why don't you create a platform where Edgar LUNGU can explain where he got the money? But Esther and they know I'm paying P. Umurume want do you? Hello? Hello? They have not hidden, they have said it. One parent, that is what said, my father gave me. And the father is there. Why don't you ask the father, where did you get the money? Why don't you create that platform where Edgar LUNGU can explain where he got the money? Why don't you do that? Why don't you do that? But you are busy, you know, busy pouncing on them and creating propaganda. Then before Abadan can have a praise singer come on the program, call in and tell us where Edgar Lungu store for you to be busy. Hey, whatever. Eh? And while you are at it, tell us where Hakainde Hichilema got his money. Tell us where your Hakainde Hichilema got his money. Tell us why your Hakainde Hichilema is failing to declare his property, his assets. Hello? Hello?
My president.
Hello?
My boss.
Bueno, waja.
Monja. Kubomba kwa alianza. But wants to put the blame as government. If pata chima kamba chikawala na mpaka wanja. So can they?
Sorry, that one is. Hello?
Good evening, Mr. President.
Good evening. Please try to speak up. Ninchi batakulya malaiti, ninchi bakulinsala bati kuti mwalandishaka.
Oh, yes. Are you getting me now?
Much better.
Hello?
Yes, I can hear you.
President.
Yashupeo. Hello? 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 Twashupa sana tumalaini lero. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, good evening.
Sorry, Mohamed.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Yes, good evening, sir. Alright. And I couldn't put the list kwena iyi mwachana ndoko ute kuina mwali wa corruption muri bena kwena church because atwamona iko kuno kumupira twamwene ati bare la ndoko batawe nandeta ma investors aba bakumine kwita kutubai economy yesi ya muno mu yara abakwina batari ndene bechinga apatera ndata pa bana kumwe kuri background kwe bantu tuwe chula kwena mwa wakati ntamwaita na ba investor bali
You see?
Iyo bana na 1.5 billion bala tamo invest muna mumpani apa bana muchumwe chimoneka so tureza no kuila kwa bantu chama kanshi na bafine ba Edgar Lungu bari fano kufoka mind at least maybe stand to adinga kona mumatch so because kwa ba youth kuno kumufira today chula batari ndeniyo so kubisheni kwa sense katane chapa mutumo kwa at least twaivika ko pante pa zande twaiwesha munshira dani ababa niso wale koko na ule chat na totera.
Natotera sana. You see, thank you very much. That is a youth from Mufrila.
All right.
That is a youth from Mufrila. They were saying, no, investors, nothing is happening in Mufrila. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, sir. Hello?
Hello?
Yes. Bueno.
Manje mapembone kumwe ziko manje mamene ili ya bloka je president kafuke kwa Lungu zakachinja pindu.
Very good question. Akakabwera Edgar Lungu zakachinja vintu. Vizachinja. Vizachinja. You are very, it's a good question that you have asked. And I'm telling you, vizachinja vintu. Vizachinja. Si vizachinja monga magic, but at least vizachinja vizankala ko better.
Tumefundira Lungu na kueleza tempo kumtumira phone. Alungu alijambo mzee ile. Kwa reason for mantus mangala kine kwa lusaka pakati hapa. Siwezi kuipa wana. Weze au kikatalizi mdeke kwa ngala karunga kwa ndio kwa kukumbuka. Ati imega panga tunana madara madara. Badi tukayo. At least the number of services for Kenya ya 2019 2018 last contract present buena. Padri tunamtenda manja kwa sababu ndio kwa mbati hapo ngatafanya gawe leo apinga ndio watu hana na ani na pesa hata
I was hardly hearing what you were saying. Hello? Hello?
Hello, mawombeni.
Mkaya mawombeni.
Mkwai. Twangu kwa Nombe, ili achiniri bataya.
Mkaya.
Edgar LUNGU mu Zambiani. Like any other person. Alipata family, alipata wanyama more than you. So it's Malanda ki kumesha kulanda Edgar LUNGU decree. Ai.
Limbira
mko shati.
Imwe namkwata obwafya bwakwa namkwata corruption yakwa Edgar LUNGU.
Olo Edgar LUNGU abe corruption, olo abe kireni. Affect the Mwina Zambia. What is important now, opposition is Yomelanda. Yomelanda must position your kind of economy. So that's why I'm not for more opposition.
I don't know what you are saying. You are saying that we should give alternatives to the problems that are currently going on. Is that what you are saying?
Yes, please.
Yeah. So we do say that, but because you don't want to hear it, you don't hear it. You don't want to hear it. Otherwise, if you want to hear it, even now, I'm talking about it. I'm talking about the corruption that is going on there. Isn't that a solution for you to say, these people are corrupt, we need to get them out? Isn't that a solution? Because when I'm telling you that your haka in the Hichilema is stealing, isn't that a solution for you? Isn't it clear that I'm telling you that this leader, you don't need him. You need to change the leader. Isn't it clear? He's corrupt, yes. He's corrupt.
If you man this one Edgar collapse.
Listen. Inena randati haka inde Hichilema corrupt. Nimi pera na my example. Tao yomfira my example. Ninku pera example. Tayali umfika because taolefo okumfwa. Hello? Hello?
That's what that.
Mkwai shani.
Tukana ndiko kama ningi alikuko ndani maningi kusapota. Tinda tende. Walungu twakonda bakati. Kana mi katika mko makwenda kutia katafuta vanga tinjire vingo mitoboro. Ndiba kama nao kama ndana anasata walungu watankana kukuyo baja. So kinje watonkana na wewe. Kana kukuyo kana sata walungu sawa. Semua dah jirungga madani. Kaji nyotong hal tu aku kumpul kwa. Mau kesana.
Now invest a point, very good point.
Kan dong kana tulisan kadang sih kali pas buku. Ya zan kadang lain lain, mayo. So nyotong kana majang kana kaya alung nggak kamar televisi straight wajah aku nih. Sebab ndar tu aku onta. Anggap di televisi na issue anggap di Kevin. Kau bawa dong kana lagi wajah kini. Dewa anak sekitar zabu, saya kata aku nama dalo tu ini straight, dia memang kat situ pas koro pagi. Dewa konda, belum itu pas.
Ziko. Hello?
Yes, Mr. Tayali.
Yes, my brother.
Murife Bwino yama.
I'm from Wino.
Mikolon Giants. I'm calling from Mikolon.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Tayali, like the previous caller who talked about Mopani, it's true, nothing is happening.
If you go Central Shaft, nothing is happening. Etanoma, kwata bachinja investor. You go ku KCM, ku KCM to supply yako. Ino shitepe wale chitana kwenda ku load shedding. Wale bonfya baasha kwa mapampu, baasha kwepya mwela, baasha ko ifikwepe. Imagine, nobody speak 1 billion ya pesa. If you tell the people to say, uyu mudara adi ba corrupt, adi ba gonga. Tabale umfana kuke previous ya uyu mafuka ndana. Kwano mkotu kuomba like that. Indalama pe indalama. Indalama pa mtu wapele. Kusta struggle. Ishisha last month ishwale for a living. Bale ta struggle. So for the last 6 months, matata struggle for indalama. So, where are we going? Ngamuleba abantu ati, mone nimwe, uyu ni gonga, ale mi gonga, ene uleiva, hello, epo chiwamine. I know Mr. Tayali, he went out for a conquer muntu after that. No, immunity, akapona fe, immunity within a week, ikapuma. Ukatambona, tika kumusewu chadi shani, nga kuli chadi shani, tuweko. Mone. So, Mr. Tayali, please, continue. We need people like you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Hello?
Mr. Tayali.
Yes.
Yes, I want to quote saying that it offers solutions to the government, not just criticize. How can you offer solutions to the government that was voted in based on the solutions that they had? When we told them to say, don't sell maize, they are drought coming. Were those not solutions? When we told them to say, don't go the IMF route, it will cost you. Were those not solutions? This is the reason why Hichilema said, for the first time in Zambia, we don't have leadership. It's the first government doing it. All ministries are failing. Ministry of Agriculture, Ministry of Health, the Ministry of whatever. There's no ministry under that you can point at to say is working. There's nothing. Yes, previous governments say that they are on weaknesses, but at least you can point to say, okay, at least this ministry is doing well. Under HH, which ministry can you point at to say this ministry is doing well? There's nothing. So when we talk about a little appointment, we're not doing him a favor. We're doing him a favor. Who is back to blackouts? Who is backing fuel? You that is eating poison meal. You that you don't even have any way. For the social participants, watch a big thing and it can't come back to a face. Yes, no one is suffering. Is it the suffering? But that makes me.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Hello? 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 Hello?
Hello, good evening, Mr. President.
Good evening.
I'm very happy with the topic of today.
Thank you.
And that our friends, they are so much into propaganda about what Edgar Lungu and the First Lady, the children may have done, which is not even the real picture on the ground. We equally must do the same because of the so much corruption this government is committing and continues to commit, because it's all over and more than what they even claim PF did. So the world must begin to know. So even our brothers and sisters, you know, abroad in Europe and America, we need to engage them also to come on board and help us spread or counteract their propaganda. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you. I agree with him. I mean, propaganda, there is so much propaganda, and I think we are on the back foot to counter some of this propaganda. Hello?
Oh, good evening, my friend.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. You see, when we talk about propaganda, I think these people are real down to it. I'll give you one thing I've been thinking about it. Now is that you can see in the case that woman campaign and what they've done is to show that the judiciary is actually independent, and those people have actually been done normally and they've been acquitted. Okay?
Yeah.
But the same type of cases, only Lungu, they would not.
Yeah.
They would not, because their aim is just to destroy Lungu, because they know that talking about Kalebo. Now, you and somebody will be saying, no, these people are doing it. You can see that Captain has been acquitted. You can see that Rina has also been acquitted. No, those ones, judges were not tempered with. They were left to do things properly. But on Lungu, somebody sitting there behind to say, my friend, you do this. Like what is said, 15 flats go around in New Kasama. People have got mansions there. Can you compare some of them with those 15 flats?
Imagine.
Anyway, good night.
Thank you. Hello? Hello?
Hello, Comrade Tayali.
Yes, sir.
Machoma.
Bueno, machoma bwanje.
Bueno. Comrade, I want to ask you something.
I'm here.
Comrade, now that you have switched the sides, that you're ECL, that's why you're able to talk with that tone that, no, these people are wasting time to talk about ECL. But in the actual sense, this family has been found with cases, with the cases to answer.
Which cases?
It is there in block letters for anyone to see.
No. Wait
so
a
what
minute.
is it that you're finding it difficult for you to admit it?
Okay, wait a minute.
Because you're ECL now.
Wait a minute. Forget about I'm with ECL. It's no brainer. The question is, what cases have they found them with to answer? Which cases?
But they're unable to produce how they were making the income to come up with this kind of properties, comrade. It is there in black and white. Those people are trained people, of course. Because simply because you're on the side of ECL, that's why you're able to twist the tongue like that, comrade. Comrade, you're a new politician because you're able to turn black into white.
The question, my brother, let's try to be reasonable. Edgar Lungu has said, when I was president, people used to give me gifts, and part of those gifts I helped chiefs, I gave churches, and part of that I empowered my family. He has said that in black and white. What is wrong in that?
He has said it in black and white.
Yes.
But how come he has failed to come forward and defend the family? So, no, I use my personal money to develop that kind of project.
The family,
but the big man is quiet.
No, the family has said, no, he's not quiet. I mean, we are just from saying that he has said it. So how can you say the big man is quiet? He has said it. He's not quiet. He has
But
said
he's
it.
not able to go and challenge the court.
The family has done it. The family has said it. The family has said it that, don't you know yourself that Bar Esther said, I built these flats out of the money, my husband built them for me. And haven't you heard Edgar Lungu saying, I built those flats? Haven't you heard that?
I have been watching ACL's interviews.
And you have never heard him.
I've been following him.
And you have never heard
what
that.
I'm trying to find it difficult is.
Haven't you heard him? Haven't you heard him?
I've heard him. I've heard him comment loud and clear.
Yeah.
Yes, I've heard him.
So what more do you want?
How come she's unable to show the records? How those funds
Which records?
referred to accounts? The question is
which record? Which record? For example, if Edgar Lungu receives money from another president, do you want Edgar Lungu to say, I received this money from let's say Kabila?
Comrade. But I want to.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes, hello?
Yes, my president, Mushan.
We don't start this step could either phone much that to me now. This is the line that you call. So please don't call the other one.
Okay, now to panga pe mpuso.
Mkwai. Please go ahead.
Mkwai. When va president when I problem ya mechi mukopa peuti ya chilamo. Ukulabuka 0203 ya mutapa mechi. Ukusuka madramu zino kuleta panga. Pero then ababantu abalesati oba president wale chitefi twisuma oba lebo mbesha na winga bavotera winga kunyane vote yabo vote yake aya biga pai baya kainde na because if tule chula mudi Bar Edgar LUNGU. Bar Edgar LUNGU is much better than Ababalipo. Tatwale buka po 02, kuya mkutapa menji. Wamona hii? Elo futi na baba lumendo waba kosele kwati. Bar Edgar LUNGU na bakota. Wafide ba ikala fie nisha ka fala kade foira kade chitana nikane kaka be pa bo boxing iponi po tule vota na tukwate nsambu iya kuvota na tukwata na bena bakwate ntambu ya kuvota ififie ntabale patikisha aida idenga na sara Edgar LUNGU ni Edgar LUNGU bena nga basala ba nani ka ba HH
ne woni nsambusha
belalanda ko ni democracy so please to papa belalanda ko balelanda fina ngo wale supporta wala be na ifo tulefua ya abakwati ayi government yalipo beta ifo na ifo tuletwa konka yapo ile Shatana ba madam bafumapo babusanyishi 02 bamutapa menshi taitara chitika popo nalikane ubutungushi bwachi nishiwa please to papata uyu mulimo omulebo mbako nganye nipo
na totela
because abena Zambia bonse bale umfua mukopa beuti bozenga chakwati pali chipuba echo ikavotera vayaka inde Hichilema au chipuba ichileta abakashida balala 02 ama light yaisa cha abakashiba mutaba mishi ena na shala eka papedi
chipuva abure nevota votereva akainde
iyo tuyeva tichipo vanamulanda tini democracy
awe nichipuve.
Okay, zikopo. Hello. Yes.
Hello, Mishani Vachirufia.
Bueno, Veshani, mana.
Bueno, just to add on to your program, the biggest scandal and corruption that we've never had in this country called Zambia is when you have a sitting president staying at his private home. My friend, that is the biggest corruption that has ever happened in the history of Zambia. Because what is happening in his private home is to close, not people not knowing what he's doing.
Exactly.
And then you want to go and point at ECL to say he was corrupt. My friend, let's look at it. Zambians, I'm just telling Zambians, who is the head of state that stays in his private home but not staying at the government house? Only one HH because he's wise. Let's not be fooled, Mwebantu. And my prayer is, this president is just going to be a one-term president, and then what will come out? Because every penny that has gone into that private house is government people's money, needs to be paid back. Thank you, Chief Tayali.
Nkandla. Hello. Yes, Bwana Mkosi.
Yes, good evening, comrade.
Good evening.
Although I didn't follow you, I just want to comment on the headline that you put on top of the what there. Yeah, I think there's a point. We are missing a point here, comrade. When we want to bring in HH kunkani ya eligibility ya balungu. I think let us talk about what the law says.
What does the law say?
We find a solution and we understand each other.
What does the law say?
But if you start pointing fingers at people saying this one, that one,
what does the law say?
What does the law say when it comes to eligibility of balungu?
What does it say? Can you tell us?
Even in 2021, Jamaica and I made up 2021, which court in Zambia or world over that pronounced itself that Bar Edgar LUNGU was eligible to stand in 2021. Which one? There is none. So I don't see why you want to bring in HH kulinkani ya malamu. Kani ili mkoti. Bakambisane mkocho. To me, it doesn't matter judge wamena zaka pezeka kuja. As long as we have qualified judges, wamene wako kamalamu, the judgment will be the same. That's what I understand.
Indeed, that's what you understand.
But some people, they just want to start pointing fingers at innocent.
No, that's what you understand, and I will respect that. I will not argue with you because definitely we'll be arguing. Yes. We'll be arguing at different levels. So it is pointless for me to even argue with you. I'll leave you with your opinion. Hello?
Hello, Bwana.
Yeah, I'm quiet.
Hello? Otherwise, yes, I'm getting it.
Yes.
I'm very disappointed with the judgment. To say, no, you didn't show evidence that indeed the money came from your husband.
Imagine. Maybe they're
supposed to speaking.
Maybe they want a receipt. Maybe they want a receipt.
Does he sign papers with the wife and not have given her money to buy the gun for her? Honestly speaking.
Yeah.
Even that caller who said no, they have been found with a case to answer. Which case?
Which case?
why can they call Edgar Lungu and ask where did you get the money?
That's the point.
Because they think that now it's the issue of that whenever you are leaving money for Derek at home, you have to sign papers with your wife to say that no, I've left money for Derek.
You have to ask your wife
That's
to say to prepare vouchers. She has to prepare vouchers.
Yes, documentation.
Yes.
But last number, even the school qualification for children now become process of crime.
Yes.
Because you don't sign papers for you to pay school fees for your children.
For your children.
Okay, boss.
Okay, no, thank you. Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Yes, please.
President Sari Mwawombe Nkwai.
Mkama Wombe.
Ndita Mkwai. Awe na ine kwena nati kanchiteko contribute lero kwena lyonse program yenu tulayikonka nganshi. Mkwai. Kwena uteko tukwete lero kwena mandini bakateka wesu. Takuwalira kone ponchila lande fingi nde mitotela fi family mo mule bomba le sale mipala. Hello? Mkwai abantu kwena mandini kuli ubuchushi kulechula ukubika kofe nobubi nobuteko obulipo ba UPND ba placing abonse aba alabalechula. Nomba ni pamulando tufena okutila bale ikoselesha ukwesho okuyikoselesha na mwamana bambi bale tuma nokulala nde pintu kimbi ni mulando tufena okutila baba monefie kuli bali abambi okutila awo kanchile ya still supporting ichipani lelo bale chula takwabe echalo chaba UPND nechalo chaba PF na ngwa opposition bambi bonse twikala mumomu inene vyakulya tushita mumomu ine mulandu wine aba bantu kwena mu 2026 nangu mulemo balelanda yo makateka wesu mpaka 2019 alabulya bufi ifintu ifi kubene muli kino kyalo tevyakupenda nga twalole shama light omo tuikala not me load shedding malela ndati 21 hours load shedding sometimes ni 8 days ama light takwaba ifindela ndatebu fiyo ndela ndefishinga amenshinga abona tungo bachirala ndaba kopa beot miyamu in Lusaka amenshi bemo kutapana ngwa bakashibanda bapanganda ni 24 hours 01 olo bale imokuna mukwayo kuli amenshi bushe ebuteko twinga konkanyapo nangwe chalo twala konkanyapo kwikala na chwe cha msangoyo awo chakana elyo fyo balechita aba bantu kutira nomba bachita create something pakutira abantu bachite shift mind bamyo kulalanda pafishikweto obuyandanshi elio nomba abantu bamone kwati abantu balala bakufyo bale pitamwe vya kuchushu bulinga load shedding, high cost of living, ama transport na vyonze pye, ama baba shopu, aba masaluni, ifibintu na fyona ika. ECDF balanda putapawa necho ibomba pe mkwa inangu pe fimo. So, icha abapo kuchita alasiba opposition. Olo nokulafuwa ilisha kyo tumilandu tu aba opposition techa abantu baba vote ele iyo bantu ukulafuwa ilisho tumilandu time ileya bale nabafiwa okubombera abantu kulingana ngecho baba bikilepo so icho twingeka lilano echo abantu nangu ni ba UPND ababene kyabene nabeshi banokuziba kutira awe mkwayi ni stafe balelo lela bantu batile chikwanga bachimwena kumampalanya so apa ba UPND na bafirwa okwanka abena Zambia na bafirwa okwanka abena Zambia ukuchita alasi ba opposition na nguku bachita intimidate ukutira yo lungu tabwelelepo yo lungu tachabeshani awe abantu nga na bachita decide ifo kwe bantu na tuchita decide nishina tuchita decide
ulya wine lungu tabalefwaya ewo bakesasanga ku stadium mu 2026 n'abate mwana ngutabatemeno pandu abantu ebakitire decide tebayopyendi bengalesha abantu okutira yo tatwaka kuvotera lungu tawabwele tekyabe kyani lungu mulandu wa eligibility ulya mukwayi untu waya mu makoti nshita nenshita n'okupita walipita Elio nga kyakutira baleko okukita petition balingira okukita petition balingira okuya ku court zaline bakirina mu opposition tabalayisa na mu government notiri kyala ku my elections olwo nomba kyala bamukutira yo leikateni kite yo mukwayi tukitemwa kuti yawe mukwayi kyo kyena abena Zambia bantu bakana elio ubuchushi abantu bapita mu bwafula bakiruka tayali natotera mukwayi
mukwayi. Hello? Hello? Bueno, muni bwanji.
Hello, Siri la Tayali, Siri bwanji kwa mene.
Bueno.
Okay. Anyway, nilikuwa tia nikandike kwa pangoni, no? Aliki ya malaiki. Malaiki ya kuta mwibantu. Onse, bicharo cho. But sometimes, tuna kaji pa itato appreciate somehow. Ili ngina wakuti boma, yes, but chavuta chake, kufuya ground. Namba te pali yebuti yeko wanele uliko. Niwana mwanga basebenza monse bantu bapokera ndalama balina abaana balina kyali bonse bapokera ndalama bali so sometimes you should really to appreciate some yes in civic being you understand in a support a very well but now on the new one in civic being you understand yes support a very well but now no
Hello?
Kateka.
Mkwa.
Kateka ma. Chungu propo hatari.
Mkwa, shana.
Yeah, I think that you want to have a comment in the Atlalan Galungu because the
are you using a loud? Is your phone on loud or you're using a whatever mic?
Oh yes.
No, please just speak
so
down.
I wanted to comment on the. Thank you. So this issue whereby Valirando Kwati Vakateka Varungeva Vakulile Amayanda Va Esther no Lupwa. I think that is the only thing which on government. Yali ngilo kulando kati okay kanshi mwe family insinambulanda tibalungu bamekolele twaleka twamba issue nombo kukusha balungu ebo nomba ngeo bakonkele bakonkela
pantu babazala kaidi chimuna kwati babazala
yes chimuna kwati babazala not kuchita sizi bafule nomba bayikata balungu ebo basati mwe nomba balungu if not if that we can't see the trail, we can't see trace of the money.
Imagine.
Because when I'm dala, when I'm paying Darama, when I'm 11 direct, Mamba no kula. Elo balanda tichina kula na kuli rom kashwan. Nanguichi na shiro mwana wani. So when I go by pusha to say when Darama mafundisha push. Epo ya mbilo kwa mbila. Then I am yes. Then I am my issues, I am my eligibility to the land up wire. I think it shouldn't be an issue because Mresa Msambu Kutila, Yonze Tabe Nama judges Avadu, they are evala ambushes ichalo ama lawyers in for them one. Tabademi na pachin to Chimoyo, Pamela and Wakutila, but let's start to relate my issues. Even the public can see what if you Chave, but we have start to relate. For example, Idio UPND Wapokerich Pancha PF. That issue, I think, in a Tayali Fenoqua to Andokola trying to attend number court out. Tayali Fenoqua that if my issues, if he I'm a general conference, therefore, but
But why kwamba kula fisa tolerate mmakoti na ifwe bonse fwe kwa tulifi ama ordinary citizens tombo kula bona kwa kwena rufiengo. So from there I think confidence ya ma judges tamuli even na na ma issues ya kwa Bar Edgar LUNGU, we can see that ma politics na ngula case ya different genuine case, but I think we don't have confidence in my judges and the lawyers. We don't have at the moment.
No, thank you very much.
Natasha.
Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
I'm calling from Hichilema.
Please go ahead.
We are very much concerned about KCM. And in Hichilema, really, these people, they do not help us. Now, we never wake up and appreciate that. They are not helping. Tayali twafa abantu, nothing is happening. Mukoti, gakuja sikuchira wambo not why calling people. There's no, you can completely nothing. But my contract, yabo, out, yeah. So we really need these people. Even I'm in the man. Honestly, can you get someone to one? Of this lady, she was married to the president. Definitely, I'm a flat, honest.
Imagine what Nishinga sure.
Come on, but there's a president, but president. President. We got to see you. It is 2026 anyway. Mbombe unawaka.
Na totela.
Mbombe ni mwe.
Yeah. Okay, I think let's leave it there for tonight. I think basically, I mean, my points are that I think let us not be swayed by the UPND propaganda. There are things that we're supposed to be looking at where we're supposed to be holding this government accountable. We are not. And they're distracting us with matters that really shouldn't be. Edgar LUNGU, with the history that he has in politics and being a president for 7 years, surely you can't say he cannot have money to build 15 flats. He cannot have money to empower his children. When this man has clearly said, I, as a president, as somebody who has been in politics, I have received a number of, gifts as well as money that have been paid, as a president, as a minister. I have the money. And the family has said, the person that gave us is here. Why hasn't government followed Edgar LUNGU instead of them asking to say, can you give us the receipts? Can you give us the documentation? When the person that gave them is there, is their family member. Why haven't they done that? So it is quite unfair and trivial really to be talking about Edgar LUNGU and the 15 whatever. We are forgetting about the real issues. The real issues of Amenshi, of Amalaiti, of the corruption that is currently going on. And I've given an example. The Zambif, I've given an example. MTN, former MTN building, the dual carriageway, Mopani, KCM, and other corruption that are currently going on. These are issues that we're supposed to be talking about. Unfortunately, we are not. We are being hoodwinked. And this is happening because Hakainde Hichilema wants to stay in power. So he's verifying Edgar LUNGU so that Edgar LUNGU can be hated by the Zambian people. And he's not only doing that, he wants to use judges. He wants to intimidate judges to make sure that they bar Edgar LUNGU. They want to bar Edgar LUNGU. He's using the courts. He's using judges. He's intimidating judges. And my appeal to judges is that please protect your profession. It's not easy to be a lawyer. You spend money. You have to apply yourself. There is a lot of sacrifice, personal sacrifice, for you to become a lawyer. Let alone, to become a magistrate, to become a judge. It is not easy. You should not allow politicians to use you. You are too big for us to use you. Don't be in the pockets of politicians. Don't be in the pockets of Hakainde Hichilema. Don't be intimidated by Hakainde Hichilema. If you allow Hakainde Hichilema to eat one, he's going to eat the next and the next. So far, we have had how many judges that have gone? We have had, think about 4 judges that have gone. I'm telling you, those are gone. You who are there, you might be next. Time to fight is now. How do you fight? You don't fight when you are in trouble. You fight for others. You fight for others. So that when you are in trouble, others can also come and fight for you. I'm not saying do wrong things for each other. I'm saying make sure that you fight for justice. Dispense justice. Don't follow what Hakainde Hichilema is saying to protect his political ambition. No. Protect your profession. Protect yourselves. This is what I had to say in this broadcast. And I'm saying thank you very much for following. Thank you very much for participating in the program. May God bless you and may God bless Zambia. Good night.